Welcome back to Four Sisters, where we will give you tips on self care, self awareness, self confidence, and show you all the ways you can love yourself. So get ready to laugh, cuss, cry, and pray. Hey, y'all.
What
¿Cómo
up?
está?
How y'all doing?
You know, it's our anniversary.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
our anniversary.
I should have practiced more
a special day.
I ain't know the rest of the
Not
word.
just any day. Yes.
The only person that's not singing at this current moment is Danny. I had a good week, though.
Because you're not jovial.
What?
I bet you don't know how to spell that.
Yeah, I do actually. I'm very good at
Spell it.
spelling. Jovial.
That ain't how you spell it.
Yes, it is. Google it.
Okay, Google. How do you spell jovial?
Jovial is spelled Jovial.
That ain't what
Boom,
you
biatch.
Well, any exciting news you guys want to add for today or this week? Anything going on in your lives?
I have a very special announcement.
Okay, what is
said. You still minding your business?
It's March.
It's more.
it.
Oh yeah, happy Social Work Month. Wait,
It is Social Work Month.
Yes. I didn't know if I worded
Shout
it
out
correctly.
to all the social workers out there.
You know how we do. But what do we got this week on Reads, Rants, and Resolutions, Danny?
So, this week in Reads, Rants, and Resolutions, I want to read Khloe Kardashian. And the reason why I want to read Khloe Kardashian, and I'm going to start off with the story first, and then I'm going to go ahead and read her after. So, Khloe Kardashian is with an avid cheater. His name is Tristan Thompson. Khloe got with Tristan when his child's mother was pregnant. Red flag number one. So, when she started dating Tristan and flaunting him all over social media, his poor ex-girlfriend was pregnant. And then she had the child, and that was it. So, and then Khloe and this Jordy, that's her name, Jordy.
Yep.
Jordy and Khloe were having like a subliminal, and all the blogs were on it, like a subliminal beef. And I'm just like, why are you beefing with somebody that's pregnant with your man's child? If you know that a man has just recently had sex with her and they were recently in a relationship, why would you want to jump into a relationship with that man when he ain't even gotten over what he has been with? And I always say,
we went from a Jordy to a Jordy?
Oh yeah,
yes, girl.
Jordy to Jordy.
Come full circle.
Therapy.
Yes, we come full circle. So the issue is that you dated this man knowing that he had unfinished business, and you get him how you keep him. I mean, you get him how you lose him. So. Oh yeah, that quote went somewhere. I didn't know which way it went, but thank you.
You know, even outside of that, it's like if you don't respect yourself enough to want a man who is going to heal from a relationship or take care of his kids, then you saying that you want somebody that's fairly trash.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't even care if they were broken up, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, they were broken up at the time, but would you really jump into a relationship with a man who has a child on the way?
No.
Like, I don't date guys who have kids that are under 4 years old.
I don't
And the
date
reason
guys
why
with
is because I
kids.
want you able to separate, well, at my age you got to, but I just want you to be separated from her. I want y'all to have moved on. I want y'all to get over the stage where y'all ain't having sex no more. Like, I want you to move past that. So, now here we are, 2019. Khloe has been cheated on by this man at least twice. Publicly. Just cheating. And then has the nerve to be like, well, everybody else was doing it, so I didn't feel like it was an issue. You are a whole grown man. So, in my experience, when a man cheats on you one time, and then he cheats on you again, because one time you can forgive. Like, you know, we can work through that. Therapy can get us through that. But then when you do it a second time, it's like, all right, you trying to play funny. You know, you trying to be funny. We need to cut this. So the new drama started, I think it was this week.
Last week.
So Tristan, from what I understand through the Shade Room, has these parties at his house. And these parties at his house are not what we would consider something a man in a relationship should be having.
Well, what
Women and men. So Masika Kalisa on the Shade Room. Masika said that she been to a party and Jordan Woods ain't the reason why Tristan broke up. or is not a faithful man. So Masika said he out here throwing it low and busting it wide. But so what I understand in this situation. So what I understand from the situation is Jordan went to his house, and I watched the Red Table Talk today too.
I did too.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so from the Red Table Talk, Jordan, and they were having these rumors based off of what Jordan said. I was like, girl, I thought y'all had a baby at this point, the way these rumors was going. So all the rumors was like, oh, she had sex with him. She was at his house until 2 a.m. She, been dating him for months and da-da-da. Jordan was like, first of all, we didn't get to the house until 2, 3 in the morning. So if we left at 7 and we weren't there but for a couple hours, it's not like we got there.
It was the
after. Exactly. So she went with her friends to a bar. After the bar, she said it's LA culture to go to somebody's house and chill out. She said she had been partying a lot. She said she had been drinking. She was with her girls, so she wasn't by herself. So she didn't just go to his house. She said, hey, the girls were like, hey, this is where we're going. She was like, all right, I'm going to get a ride. I'm going too. She said, I know him, so it ain't that big of a deal. It's not like he personally invited her, is what she was like, they want the situation. She said everybody was hanging out in the common area. She said she did not have sex with him. She did not go fool around with him. She did not go to a bathroom. They were all always in the public area. Then somebody was like, oh, well, she gave him a lap dance. She said, I was sitting on the arm of the couch, and he was sitting in the couch. She said, the most I did was put my legs across the bottom of his legs. She said, now, if you walk into a room, that does not look like a lap dance. I mean, and obviously, one no music, so one no twerking. But what she pretty much said is when she was on her way out, she called the driver. She was like, I'm ready to go. Y'all can stay if you want to. But I'm ready to go. She said Tristan, I guess, walked her to the door and gave her a peck on the lips. End scene. So she was literally dragged through the mud in back because that man gave her a kiss. Right. And I'm like, here's why I read Chloe. He been cheating on you, girl. How many times does this man got to tell you that he really don't like you for you to understand that man don't like you?
And he has really said he don't care. He has literally said in an interview, he don't care.
Yeah, like, I don't care. I don't. And I mean, you trying to make it work. Oh, well, it's a baby. Let me tell you something. You can't make something work with a man that don't want it to work for him. And that man is he's young. He is a millionaire. He's got vagine thrown at him at all different angles. And he's trying to be out here catching it like Pokemon. And I don't see there being any issue with him doing that. Now, the only issue I have with him is that he led you on, or maybe he didn't lead you on, but he led you on to think that y'all were in a relationship. But Chloe, you are at least 32, probably 45 years old. I need for you to understand the importance of getting and seeing warning signs. Getting the warning sign, seeing the warning sign, and then be like, you know what, God, I see you. I see what you're putting down. I'm going to pick it up. Because there's no reason why at her grand age of 48, she should still be out here dealing with these fuckboys. She's gone from fuckboy to fuckboy to fuckboy to fuckboy to fuckboy. And at this point, I just think it's poor vagine management.
You know what it is. She don't know if OJ her daddy or not.
Okay.
It start from home. She don't know who her daddy is.
Because the show ain't Robert Kardashian. You hear me? And they can continue to play that lie. But there's no reason why her forehead that big.
She ain't had no relationship with her darn daddy.
She came out 7 feet tall with blonde hair, and everybody else is a petite 5'3" with black hair. You trying to tell us that y'all believe she just came from a past generation?
If any glove didn't fit, that one didn't that night.
Okay. And it may not even be OJ, because I remember when they did the side by side of Kris Jenner's hairstylist, and I was like, damn, she do look like Kris Jenner hairstylist though. Like, that's weird. And I thought he was gay, but maybe he was trying to get the strokes in for the dog.
Tatiana started with Mama.
Tatiana?
Yeah.
Started with Mama.
No. But the read really is, at this point, take your baby and go. Just take your baby and go, girl. Yeah. This man does not want you. He is showing you every way that he can be disrespectful and not want you. You cannot make a man stay by having a kid. You cannot make a man stay by, showing him all the fruits in your Skittles. You cannot make a man stay by doing all the things that you think you're doing. Because truth be told, I think it's her personally. Because you remember when Lamar Odom went out when Lamar Odom went out and was going to court with Chloe, he said her vagina smelled like earring backs.
What?
Wait, that was a Chloe joke.
Yeah. Lamar actually said that. He said her vagina smelled like earring backs. Y'all didn't know that? They said that he randomly blurted it out because he was getting pissed off in court. He was like, that's why her vagina smell like earring bags. And I smell some earring bags, and that's not a pleasant smell. You ever took a fresh earring out your ear? You be like, ooh, okay.
But
It's a little
listen.
tart.
He had to think hard about that, or he had been thinking about that for a while, because that's like mad specific.
Because he been having sex where he knew what it
know what that
smelled like.
smell. We all know that smell.
There's a reason why she been ran through that many times. Because it smelled like earring bags.
Listen.
James Harden said that the year that he dated her was the worst year of his life.
I just want to know.
Rashawn McCants said that he regretted dating her in general.
But why are none of. Listen. Outside of all
I
of
take your
them.
glasses off the top.
Outside of all the Kardashians getting cheated on all the time by these black men, why do they keep going?
It really just is her.
No, it's all of them.
Kim has been pretty consistently in relationships.
She cheats on people, but she ain't getting cheated on.
Kylie she barely of age, so she really only had two.
But it's like a Kardashian.
She cheats on people too.
Kardashians have like an ex.
Well,
Like,
Kylie was.
That's because you know what? When you put your life out there,
Chloe the only one that gets cheated on.
but I
That's
think
not
the
a relationship.
issue.
That's called.
Well,
child
Chloe got low
molestation.
self-esteem because you remember when we first saw Chloe, she's ugly.
We said two different things. She was both.
Clearly. I mean, because I could have said that as well.
She had a challenging appearance, praise the Lord.
Yeah, there you go. She was difficult on the eyes.
And she was
And now she got a whole new body, but guess what? You're still ugly.
Yeah.
It's on the inside, you girl.
Yeah,
Get it together.
and I think she's used to being the ugly sister.
Yeah.
But I think
that
she
got picked on. So now she's like, I'm really gonna drop it low and bust it wide for everybody. And
She
guess
has
what?
the
They're
best
not picking it up.
Well, I think she has like the best personality. Like she's the most down to earth one.
You know the one that I like the most
Who?
is the ones that I don't see.
Who?
Courtney. I don't really be seeing her. I ain't seen her in this whole drama.
And
She's like, I'm out here
Kendall.
raising my
Kendall.
kids. And Kendall. Kendall said, I'm out here trying to make my munties. I don't got time for none of this.
True.
All the ones that want to live in the limelight, Kim, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. You live in the limelight, you die by the limelight. That's what it is. I mean, it is what it is. But when you make your money off of ruining other people's lives, because they do that.
They do that.
Whenever they're ready to be done with a man, they'll spread the lies about them and then make everybody think they're the worst person. Like, remember Chris Humphries? Chris said, you're going to have this first baby and your last name's still going to be my last name. Right. Trust and believe I'm going to make it.
Here's my thing. I think that where all of this went south is that she don't love herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And, you know, I don't know why they got to take Kylie best friend away from her. Also, in the very beginning of this, if you look at how this all has played out, they have been out here putting out story after story because they're trying to get in control of this thing before she did. And now that the Red Table Talk come out, I want to see how they gonna act now.
Yeah, because you know what? The one thing about the Red Table Talk that they're not going to be able to beat is that one, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett were on that. Will was like, I got your back, and Jada was like, I got your back. So you not going to, you're not going to Maury. You're not going to know something, no laughable thing. You went to Jada and Will, who see you, that's their goddaughter. They see you as like, you're young, you're only 21, you make mistakes. That man kissed you, you were in the wrong place. And she admitted her fault. She took accountability. But I think the thing about it is, like, you can't get in front of this because there's nothing to get in front of.
And I'm trying to figure out, when did Jordan say herself, I was drunk?
Yeah, she said she was drunk.
She
said she wasn't like blacked out drunk.
But I'm saying before the episode came out, did she publicly say that she was drunk?
No, she never said anything.
Okay, so they put that out.
Yeah, they put all that out.
They so shady.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, listen, as many times, first of all, just Kim, you was throwing
Black China,
your vagina,
and Trina were someplace
Justine Sky
laughing like
Amber Rose. Because Amber, you remember all back in the day, Amber was like, yeah, when I was with Kanye, Kim was sending like pictures of herself to him. And she said, she was like, yo, like woman to woman, don't do that. She kept doing it anyway. I said, sounds like karma. That's why your diamonds got missing, girl.
And I don't want to be like, this is what you get, but it's one of those things where it's like,
no, it's what you get.
y'all.
You just can't keep.
You can't keep
people.
putting stuff like that into the
On
atmosphere
a
and it won't come
non-petty
back.
note, you can't keep functioning from a place of dysfunction and expecting for you to have positive results.
Okay.
It sucks that she's gonna have to be a single mother.
She got money, she be alright.
I mean, but still,
She gonna put
nobody
a
wants
earring back regime on somebody else. Girl.
Nobody wants to be a single mom. Like, clearly she tried to make this work for the sake of her kid, and it's sucky that
You eat that?
Yes. It's sucky that she's got to go through it, but hopefully this is a lesson to her that, she going to have to fix her picker because her picker is broken.
And her vagina. But, so, I think that the read is that Chloe, girl, well, matter of fact, it's a resolution, love yourself. And the read is, you can't give your cookies up to everybody. Everybody don't deserve your cookies. You got your child, that's what you wanted, now go on about your business, girl.
And when your man cheat on you when you pregnant,
and he cheated on his last baby mama when she was pregnant. That's why they call him third trimester Tristan.
You just got to take that as
he don't
a
like
sign.
pregnant vagine.
He
Girl.
don't.
He don't.
It does something to his.
You got to take that as a sign.
It's a trick.
He already showed you.
But hey,
who he
why you
is.
playing? That really might be some deep stuff.
Like when his mama was in her third
That's
trimester, she got beat up or something, and he's just like, I just can't take it.
No, he's just a young nigga doing what he can. That is all it is. He doing what he
You
can.
gotta pay attention to the trends.
There's a pattern there. Just throwing that out there.
But for real, if you date somebody who is telling you they got somebody actively pregnant and they trying to be with you, but then you gonna lay down and get pregnant by him, girl, that's already a red flag. And the fact that he wasn't really talking about or acknowledging that other baby.
Yeah.
So how you think that he just gonna completely forget about his whole other family? You that special that he gonna forget about your other family? That's not special. That's not the definition of special.
And I mean, you know what? Like I said,
Where is Wendy Williams in her chart? Because she gonna need a chart too.
She coming back?
When you put all your
she's coming
stuff
back.
out, she's supposed to be coming back. But
Her show
when you
was
put that
actually
stuff
better
into the atmosphere,
without
it comes back to you. So I just, you say she's on opioids? What did you say?
No, I said her show was actually better without her on it.
And
seems like a lot of people like that.
at the end of the day, I tell Jordan, keep getting your money, honey. That's how they capitalize, and you must have learned from your bestie. If that's how you're gonna go out here and capitalize a little bit.
And to be honest with you, the
your
one thing
coins.
I say about this Red Table Talk was she
Jordan,
said
it's
they would
about
get
time
on a
you
black
got away
woman.
from him.
Okay.
Yeah, she said that she was gonna keep her mouth closed, but her family was, their safety was an issue. And they started talking about being a black woman because they were threatening her mother, her brother, her sister couldn't go to school.
Where the Vaseline at?
No, not them.
Oh, just
Like,
fans?
the fans.
Oh.
Them fans is
You
crazy.
said where the Vaseline at? I'm about to say, girl, I need to go to the bathroom.
What?
You dry?
Yeah.
Your lips dry?
But she said because of the safety of her family, that's why she decided to break her silence.
Wow.
I was like, man, F all that. Let me tell you something. I can meet all y'all out in the front yard. If you want to go toe to toe, we can do that. I ain't scared of nobody last name Kardashian. Now, what's next?
Jesus.
The secrets that she got though.
Okay.
Woo,
And NDA or not, she got enough money. Take me to court. I still tell her. I'll pay off the legal fees with the money I'm going to make off
Write
the
the book. Change the name.
Okay.
And I think Malika wanted Jordan gone because she was like, I'm the only black
Black
Kardashian.
Yeah. And she ain't been nothing but the girl from ATL ever since. Gone now. She ain't did nothing but be Chloe's black friend. That is her only role. What else she been on? She was on that reality TV show when she was dating that white guy from Jersey Shore. What else she been on? Nothing.
The Shade Room because she did OT Genesis.
Who was he?
I'm in love with the Coco.
Push it.
The only reason we know about him is because Beyonce did his song during Coachella.
I
That
like
is it.
Coco.
Girl, keep going.
He got some hits.
He do. He got a few. All right. Thank you for
Is he
that.
African?
What?
I don't know.
What a little African in
You
the
know,
face.
He just
we
got
didn't think
skin.
21 Savage was. He was.
Shout out to 21.
Shout out.
21.
Glad he free. You know.
It's a knife. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you for that read, that rant, and resolution. Because it was all of the above
It's a
today.
3-on-1.
Transitioning to Kay's Corner. It's gonna be a little fun one. It's our anniversary. Let's chill a little. We're gonna have some dating questions for 2019. And Danny has an icebreaker for us. We have no clue what it is. And then we're going to get into some questions and have a few funny stories and laughs.
Had I known all that, I wouldn't have ate all the Oreo minis right now.
I'm exercising my boundaries, and so I may pass a question if I don't want to answer.
This is true, but I'm going to answer all I know.
So, in honor of our anniversary and on the premise of how well do you know, well, the topic of the episode is how well do you know your significant other or your man, I'm going to do a game called How Well Do You Know Your Four Sister as an anniversary questions.
So where you get these questions from?
They're random questions about y'all. I'm going to pick one person, you have to answer it.
So you're part of the Kardashians.
Don't be shady.
I ain't going to be shady. They basic questions. Shut up. All right.
Made you sign in non-disclosure.
Who wants to answer the first question?
I will. Let's go.
It's about you.
No.
Who wants to answer? Who wants to answer?
It gotta be Sasha, because Sasha know the best.
Okay, I'll answer.
No. Cece. Just get you said.
Doggone well. Okay.
How many children does Miss K have, and how old are they?
Oh, okay, I know how many. 2.
Don't be
divided
ugly.
by the 2.
You said divide by 2.
I think they are 4. Okay, 4 and 2. 1.
Yeah,
Okay. 1 and some change.
One and some cheese.
Mhm.
About to
There
be
you go.
2.
Second question. One of you have to answer.
I got it.
Okay. Which is
Competitive
interesting.
much?
How many children does Cece have?
Yeah.
And what grade are they in?
God, no, what the?
Yeah, you
Okay.
need to answer it.
Cece has 2.
Mm-hmm.
One is in the 4th grade. No, I got it right. And then the other one, she just started the 6th grade.
Yeah.
Did I get it right? Ah! I remember. But you know, you let them, baby.
Okay. So then we'll leave you with the last one. Well, not the last. It's not the last question. It's the next one, but since they've already answered. How old are Danny's nieces?
Ooh.
If you were listening, I
They
already
about
said
to be
it.
2.
But how old are they now?
Oh,
They are one
There you go.
year old.
All right.
They have a birthday.
You said they have a birthday.
They have a birthday coming up.
Okay. Because I just said that, so it sucks
Yeah.
that you answered it.
March.
14th.
Oh.
You cheated because I already said it. No, you said the same. That's tomorrow. No, it's the 14th. All right.
I win.
Who's next? Okay, so Cece. How many high schools did Sash Bosh go to?
I had to think about that myself.
I know she went to. I'm going to say 3. Is more than that?
2.
Oh.
You went to one in Raleigh and one where you're from, right?
Yes. Shout out to James Keenan and Illo.
In the sticks.
Okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
What is Cece's favorite color?
Purple.
No.
With the confidence that you said it in. And she looked back
I
like,
thought she was right. Too. You're right, yeah.
Well, I mean,
She got it on right now.
I mean,
you said I see you with purple on. That's what you're going to say. She's got purple on now.
I thought it was green.
What? But you didn't say green. What are you doing right now?
See,
By the way,
what's your
Cicely
favorite
laughing.
color?
It ain't neither one of them.
It's blue.
I just said it.
Blue. You just.
Your bag ain't blue.
Blue.
It is blue.
Well, I ain't had my glasses on, y'all.
What's blue? Your pants?
My purse.
Oh. I thought you were pointing to your pants. I was like, well, girl, all my pants is blue. But,
Mine is black.
She just answered.
okay, but is it your...
It's Cecily's turn.
Okay, see, okay. I
It's
can't
your
remember who it
turn,
was.
because I just answered and missed the schools.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's true.
So then, Sashbash, what is my favorite color? You should know this.
Turquoise.
No.
Ooh.
Peacock.
But what is a peacock?
Are they? What color is a peacock?
Y'all really don't know? My whole office.
What's teal? Like turquoise.
But teal and turquoise are not the same color.
They so close.
One is blue, green, and one is green, blue.
I meant peacock.
She says it's peacock. And I want to know what color that
In my head, I was seeing it. I was like, that ain't turquoise.
Every time I see a peacock, they got multiple colors. I'm just letting y'all know.
is. But then you said peacock.
And whoever got the Sashbash favorite color,
Well,
if you don't get this right, you ain't even in my house.
Who's next?
I
Cece.
don't know what it is.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
You don't know me.
These
at
are
all.
challenge
Aw.
questions.
well, not challenged.
It's
Because I'm not
red.
expecting you to know the answer.
We got a
It's not true. I
prize.
hate red.
Oh, God.
No,
I don't
girl.
know what it is.
How long
Hmm.
has Sashbash been natural?
What kind of natural?
First of all, I'm trying to figure out how you know the answers to these questions.
Right.
I didn't.
Because every
Okay.
question you ask about me, I'm over here like, what is the answer?
Well, I knew the high school one though. I don't know why, but
I
I'm
had to
really.
think about it.
Oh, because my sister went to the same high school. That's why I remember that.
Okay, let me see. We was in the same. Okay, then
That's
she,
you always
she
started
had
wrong.
long hair, and then it was straight. I can never tell because sometimes she straight her hair so much. I don't know. I'm gonna say 2 years.
No.
No, girl, we've known her longer than 2 years.
Yeah, way longer.
Girl, try it again. That wasn't a good answer. Try it again. What'd you say? You said electric slide. What'd you
2.5.
2.5?
3.5. Oh, 3 years.
No.
Okay.
It's about to be 6.
It sure
What?
is. I ain't know.
Yeah.
I know you
She said I ain't know. Why was she trying to help you? Talking about something I ain't even know. Say
It's been
3.25.
since June 2013.
Woo.
How long have I known you?
Since June 2014.
But the thing about it is you did make a good point. She always kept her hair straight.
Yeah.
So you
See?
probably want to know.
See, I didn't know. I feel like
I never
only
had
met you
any
2 years ago,
intentions
to be
on
honest
being-
with you.
Yeah, I never had
Since
any
being an
intentions on
OPT.
being a curly natural because it was too hard. So I was just a straight natural for like them first 2 years or so.
Too difficult.
But I don't know
It's you,
nobody.
It's me. Let's go.
Yeah.
What we got?
What What is Cece's husband's? Oh no, I can't answer that. I can ask that now that I think about it. Dang. Well, so this is a challenge question.
Okay. Did you create these questions on the toilet?
No. Oh my God.
Oh God!
The public didn't need to know that.
You tell me everything, girl.
Oh my God.
Because I just feel like.
Why would I do that?
Because you just be freaking thinking too hard.
No, I just came up with the questions earlier.
All right.
So challenge question about Cece. What college did Cece go to? Undergrad. No. Grad school. Undergrad's too easy.
She went to Capella.
I did.
Oh!
Where'd she go for undergrad?
Okay.
Because I knew she
where'd
didn't
go
know
for
that.
undergrad? Yeah, I was about to say, because that one was easier for me.
Me too.
She was very.
It's a rival to Sasha.
USC.
There you go.
I was like, I know it's a very prestigious school. Like,
Ugly
I
blue.
bet you looked around. I know it's a prestigious school, so.
you know, y'all just lost the other day, did y'all win?
Did we?
I don't know.
We beat Duke. That's all
Y'all
that
beat
matters.
Duke. Okay.
Last question. Challenge question.
Why ain't nobody had no questions about you? Did we?
That's
Did
what
you
I'm
take
saying.
yourself out the game?
How was I going to ask my own self questions?
You won't, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, how was I going to do
I
that?
don't know.
I'm about to start asking you some questions.
I mean, you can once you finish mine. What is my favorite thing to collect? This is a trick one. Cece knows.
I mean, it changed every season, though.
It does. It's a challenge question.
I mean, I feel like it's a lot. Sometimes it'd be like peacock stuff, and then it's like shoes and like scarves.
Okay. I go through seasons.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out what this year is going to be. It's going to
Thrifty
be horrible.
finds,
Thrifty finds, yeah.
I need to get
baby
Purses.
clothes.
Yeah, well, I don't collect those. But yeah, so shoes was 1 year, scarves, purses was 1 year. Got way too many of everything in my closet at this point, trying to downsize. All right, did y'all want to ask me a question?
Yeah, I got some.
Just one each. We ain't got
Where's
all that time.
Nikayla from?
She is from a place that's close to.
That's not what it's called.
I know it's close to Duplin. I just don't know. It's not
I mean,
Duplin? Near that winery we went to?
that's where I'm
You
from.
didn't go to no.
That's where
You
you went
didn't
to?
go to no winery in Duplin.
It's the
But it was a
in Duplin.
winery.
But you did. If you talking about the one where my wedding was at,
Oh yeah,
It wasn't
definitely.
Duplin?
not
No.
I knew it was a winery though.
Duplin.
I don't know.
I'm from North Carolina.
Do you know?
E-Town is all
Oh.
I
Elizabeth Town.
Town.
Elizabeth. The E stands for Elizabeth.
I'm from LA. What kind of car?
Ooh, I know. A question about me.
I do actually know that
How
answer.
many siblings do I have?
You have older brothers. You are the youngest. You're the only girl. So I want to say you have 2 older brothers.
That's partially correct. I also have a younger brother.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
I have 2. Yeah. I have 2 younger brothers and an older brother. I mean, sorry, 2 older brothers and a younger brother.
Never
Oh,
talked
I
about your
know.
younger
Yeah,
brother.
that's the trick question.
My younger brother just detailed my car like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Yes, I do.
I did remember
And
you
he
saying
did.
that
My brother
about the car
details
detailing.
cars.
That I do remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was older though.
Nope, he's younger.
I thought. Oh, so it's just you're the only girl. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was close.
All right, transitioning now.
This is going forever. actually.
What do we have up next? We have a couple of questions for the folks about dating. Some funny stories. Maybe. Question number 1, folks. Have you ever been on a blind date? If not, do you know someone who has been on a blind date?
And defining blind date, that is a date that you were set up on, that you didn't know the person previously. Like you were introduced to someone via someone else.
Like somebody was like, "Yeah, you gotta go with the homeboy."
I mean,
Like,
that
do
sounds
this for
like
me
forced.
because-
I mean, like like your friend. So like
Yeah.
your friend is going somewhere. It's like, yeah, he wants you to meet his homeboy.
Yeah, because you didn't know him before you got there.
Well, I'd have been on a whole bunch of those.
I know that's
Trash.
always.
Don't be on the trash day.
I had a really good one. I had a really good blind date. Obviously, we're not together, but I had one. I had one, and I kid you not, he is the type of person that I would never, ever, ever talk to. But
It was a good day.
he was a good date. He's just not. He wasn't my type. I mean, I don't want to say like I have either. Or. So I had a friend that was just like, yeah, my homeboy want to holler at you, and I was like, okay. So I met him at a friend's house, and when I saw him, I was like, oh, he's not my type. And we as women do that because like they don't fit like our norm. But then the more I started talking to him, and we were all playing spades, which brings out the inner beast in most people. But the more I talked to him, I was like, wow, even though he's not my type, like he's cool. He's down there. We talked for a little while, like more like friends than anything. But he was like extremely cool. So it kind of made me feel like blind dates aren't that bad as long as you're not stuck on like if he looks this way, then I cannot like ever talk to him again. But he was a cool guy. Plus he could play spades. So I had a good one.
Anytime somebody's been like, yeah, I want you to meet, I'm going to talk to such and such, and he wants you to meet his homeboy,
Ooh,
always
child.
a fail. I mean, I can't even think of anything else. One person who, I will say, my freshman year, my best friend was talking to this dude, and he brought his best friend along, and that person is my friend. like one of my friends. But outside of that, and I would never date him at all because he ain't my type. But he is a friend.
You know, there've been times where I was introduced to guys and I had to question my own self, like, am I ugly? Because every time you like, that's the only friend you got. It'd be like, fine. You be like, oh, I know that nigga gonna be cute. Then he bring his homeboy, and you like,
because there's only one fine one in the group. Somebody always.
Hey.
My friend told me that there's always one fine one in the group. So if that person got the fine one, you got a lot in that monster. That's it.
Terrible.
That's
but
all.
there was this one guy. He was so cool. We like courted for a long time. Courted. And I liked him, but I don't really know what happened. Oh, I met my husband. I started cutting niggas off. But
Just go ahead.
You know what? Legit, one of the worst blind dates I ever went on. I was about to square up in my old days. We was gonna square up. We were supposed to go to the movies. Yes, I was gonna fight him. We were supposed to go to the movies. Whatever movie we were supposed to see was sold out, so we decided we were gonna go to the $2 movie. This fool, we got in an argument in the car about something.
Oh, I ain't getting in the car with no blind.
And it's like, well, it was like the 4 of us in the car.
Oh, okay.
So we got, before we even get on the date good, me and him arguing, we went to Wendy's before we went to the $2
What were y'all
movie.
arguing about? First of all,
I
why was
don't
this
even
date so cheap?
remember.
Were y'all in college?
Yeah, we were in college. It was my
she
freshman year.
remembered every detail.
I do, because
This date was cheap, wasn't it?
it was literally awful. We went to Wendy's. I wanted to get some nuggets and a drink. He did not pay for it.
He
It was
might
like
not have had
$2. He didn't. And then we went to the $2 movie, and he didn't have no money to pay for my $2 movie. It was awful. And then afterwards, like, my friend and the other dude, they really liked each other, and I was like, "Take me home."
Well, did he know he was going on a date?
Yes, he did. He was just trifling.
You
It was trifling.
had a friend spot me a 20 because I'm about to
And
meet
you know
this
what would have been
girl.
tragic is if he would have paid for his meal with a 20. He was like,
So the friend paid for me and my friend and him. Like the dude paid for everybody to go on this situation.
oh, girl, bad.
No.
But y'all were freshman year in college. So
It don't matter. You don't tell your friend that you want to meet somebody and you can't even provide on this date.
That's true.
You
Especially
couldn't
if that's
find me
cheap as
no.
that date was.
You,
That was a
that
cheap
was
date.
a $10 date at max.
You didn't even
That's
supersize
if you-
them fries. So.
You want an extra ketchup.
Probably had to split a popcorn in the movie.
I ain't never been on no blind date. I've been on a blind dance before.
What?
Oh,
that?
You ain't never been dancing with somebody don't know who you dancing with and you turn around and this is old man with a
Oh, yeah. We at the club and you back up and you was like, oh, God.
Plenty of blind dances, I guess.
yeah, let me tell you, those just
Me and my girls at the club we used to go to whenever, I kid you not, whenever one of us would start dancing with a guy and we never were able to like turn around, when one of the friends would throw up an eagle sign, we knew that was the time to go. Like we had a sign, swear on everything. We had a sign, so if we saw that person was ugly, they would like throw up an eagle sign, and I'd be like, "Oh, okay," you just like walk off. How many times I had to do the eagle sign? Girl, he is nasty. Girl, fly away.
They probably was like, man, they really love NCCU.
My friends used to save me by pulling and we'll dance with each other.
Yep. Grab your hand.
Woo. Now come on, girl.
That ain't it.
Number 2. What is the most embarrassing thing you have done on a first date or any date? So it's either or. First date or any date.
I'll be honest with you, and because y'all know I'm just an embarrassing person in general. When I was writing this question, I actually was sitting on the toilet. But so I had this. So I was with this guy. We were together for 5 years, and when we first met, we were at I met him at my sister's house, and when And so that night, we all kind of split up, and I rode with him somewhere. I want to say it was like, get some fast food. Yeah, it was fast food, which was dumb because it was a cookout, and he didn't eat at the cookout. But then later on, he was hungry, and I'm like, but either way, that was a warning sign. Remember that for me. And so I rode with him to go get some food, and I was driving his car because he wasn't very familiar with I was driving my car because he wasn't familiar with the area. And we was driving at night. Y'all see, you have to sit up for this because it's so embarrassing. So I'm not really familiar with the area either, but I knew it better than he did. So I'm driving, and y'all know I can't really see that well.
Oh my God.
So there was this median, but I didn't see the median because it was like normally when there's a median, there's like that pole, and it'll have like a sign. There's normally a pole, and the sign will be like, it'll show the median, and it's like go around. Like, I don't know what the name of that sign is, but it's like the median sign. Well, I ain't seen no sign. So I was about to turn in. I was about to turn into the restaurant, but you actually had to go up and around. Girl, I couldn't.
You almost killed a nigga.
Let me tell you something. In that little Ford Focus, honey, I like took us off. We went off the ground in that damn median. Do you hear me? I cut the median, and he started screaming. Like, he was like, oh shit, you trying to fuck. I mean, he started losing it. And I was like, oh, I didn't see that. And then I just... But the worst thing about it is like, the way I try to play it off is like, I literally like just accidentally pulled onto a median and drove over it. I was like, when I drove up to the fast food restaurant, I was like, yo, can you give me some nuggets? Because I couldn't say anything after that. I didn't see the median. And it wasn't dark because the street was lit up, but it was still dark outside. I did not see the median, huh?
Y'all had a second date after that?
We dated for 5 years after that.
He was like, well,
that was the warning sign right there.
Yeah, but I kid you not, I drove over the median, and I was so embarrassed because he was screaming like, "You ain't see the whole ass median?" And I was like, "Actually, I didn't." So I don't know what you're yelling about. I was so embarrassed.
I'm laughing so hard because I just did this New Year's Eve.
Drove up, but you know how that can happen. You don't
Was
see
this in Durham?
It was in Greensboro.
I was about to say Durham because that's what I did.
Girl, I did it the other day trying to get on highway on Raleigh.
Y'all
On the
gotta
median.
stop driving.
Yeah, I know.
It was dark.
Yeah, that's what get me is the dark thing.
Ooh, and guess where we was going? Wendy's.
you're hungry. It's your stomach. It
Yeah, but when I crossed that median and then like the whole car lifted up, I was like, oh,
These
ain't no
stories
coming
involve
back.
Wendy's.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, ain't no coming back.
Hey, that is a common denominator.
Yeah, I think mine might have been McDonald's now that I think about it. No, it was Wendy's. It was Wendy's.
Ooh, my
But
most
yeah.
embarrassing. Listen, it wasn't even on the date. It was after the date. We went back to my husband now dorm room. We were freshmen. And we were sitting in the room, and we was laughing. I was laughing too hard, and I farted. Like,
That's a real common thing.
But listen, the way he reacted, you nasty. Get out of my room right now.
Really? How bad was the fart? Did it smell? I mean, 'cause sometimes you gotta have the contact.
I had to go back to my room at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my God.
He made you leave because you fart. What's so bad with your fart,
No,
girl?
it must have been. What did you eat before?
That probably was an old
that
dead fart.
Wendy's.
Yeah. I bet your fart smell like old
My
eggs.
friends would not let me live that down because I'm like, you really gonna kick me out in front of all these people?
Wow. Oh, it was a friend.
Other people there too.
His roommates are our friends, and they all sitting in there laughing. He's mad as hell. Get out! And they over there just dying laughing like, bruh, it was a fart.
He's like, it's really just flatulation. Calm
Like,
down.
we all do it.
Dang.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But it probably did stink though.
And I tell you, that man hurt my heart that day.
Well, now y'all married. So.
Yeah, so it got better.
Jesus.
Now he's
I
okay
think
with your
somebody's
farts.
supposed to talk to him on the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how full circle moment.
No.
I'm like, you remember that time?
Like, get out. Nasty.
Literally.
Oh, Jesus.
CC, you got one?
I don't think I have one. I can't recall one. Let me tell you something. I've been with one person for so darn long. I don't remember nothing else. Like, I done blocked it all out.
It don't matter.
they ain't nobody to miss. Sasha, did you get one?
I mean, no, because I'm sitting here like, child, I dated one person for like half of my whole life, so I don't even remember no dates.
Y'all trash. Go ahead.
Outside of that trash, you trash.
Don't be like that.
What is a red flag you learned about that made you leave the situation quickly? Does it have to be quickly?
I would say quickly.
Okay. I didn't leave quickly.
What was the red flag?
Red flag is kept cheating. I was a Kardashian, I guess.
You the ugly one. You was Chloe. We found you was Chloe.
So, yeah, it wasn't quick.
I got one.
She looked at me like square in my eyes. What is it?
So, this is sorry to our younger age viewers. So, listeners, I said viewers. So, there was this guy that I really thought was cute. And and so the issue that I had was we met in college. And the issue that I had was that that his trying to come up with a name for it. His penis. I was going to come up with a deciphered name. His penis was an elephant trunk. And I decided at that time that was a red flag. And I stopped talking to him.
Wait.
Thought that was one of them.
Safari?
It was more than a safari.
Oh, God.
And I was just like joking, laughing, like playing around. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Don't want it.
Never look. I didn't even look back in his direction for the rest of the night. I didn't even. Like, you know how you can erase shit? I had erased him out of my periphery. I didn't even see him. That was the situation.
Okay.
That's a red flag. I need my insides.
I mean, respect.
Yeah. Yes. I need my insides, Cece.
Oh.
I need a cervix and a healthy one. Thank you very much.
Oh, God. Somebody rockin' knockin'
Hard to follow that up.
That's a red flag to me.
I think for me, I'm like my anxiety. Like, if I've been talking to you and I feel good, and then all of a sudden I'm nervous about some stuff, then that's kind of a red flag to me, because it's like I was having butterflies, now I got bubble guts. Like, I don't understand what just happened.
Just out of nowhere you get it? It's not something.
But not normal. Sometimes I'm real finicky about text messages.
So they just delay a text message?
If you've been consistently texting me back, and now all of a sudden there's some gaps and spaces in the text, or if all of a sudden you yeah, I lost my phone yesterday and da 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 da, I'm like,
so people just can't lose their.
Some people can, but it's
all people can't.
Some you can. You can. I'm just saying that's a red flag to me, because I'm like, all right, now I need to be monitoring this situation. Like, it's likely maybe you did lose your phone, but if you lose your phone again, or if the next time the excuse is something different, it's like, okay, now you have an excuses as to why you can't be communicative with me. And so now I'm like, don't worry about it. You ain't got to communicate with me because I don't care. Because I don't like feeling anxious.
Yeah.
I could cook up things to be anxious with by my own self. I don't need you up in my life causing emotions that are less than pleasant, and we ain't even in a whole relationship.
That's interesting. That's the fact. Mm-hmm. I don't be thinking that hard, but I feel you.
I be having to think about these things, child. Got the Tristan Thompsons of the world out here. You
right.
That's true.
Got to be on your Q's and P's.
Your P's and Q's. All right.
Well, I got a list to read. I'm just gonna sum it up. Since I don't curse, Danny, I need you to use the word for me. Every time I say something, I'm gonna point to you and I need you to say the real word, F-boy.
Okay.
So, singers.
Our fuckboys.
Dancers.
Our fuckboys.
Gray sweatpants.
I thought gray sweatpants were a gift from God.
I mean, but they will have
Fuckboys do wear sweatpants.
Okay.
And not even just
on
wearing
purpose.
Yeah.
Clout chasers.
Purse.
Yeah.
Not a clout.
But they do be putting out them thirst traps like sweatpants season. Like, I see you.
I don't even like my significant other be wearing sweatpants. I'm like, you need to put that up.
Right.
Oh, God.
You don't need to be wearing sweatpants. I don't care what day it is.
You can only wear sweatpants in this
the
house.
Don't even wear them around my mom. I don't like that. Make me feel uncomfortable.
I have had an encounter with all of those, and
They turned out to be bad.
And niggas that
See, you told me I was supposed to say it.
well, I can say niggas.
Yeah.
Niggas that come over and it's like your first chillin' and they want to massage you, but they little
Penis.
little sticky penis. The joint ain't even hard. Like, why did it even come out? Anyway,
So why did his whole penis just slide out? Like, I'm sorry.
I'm so confused.
Exactly.
You just accidentally
Red
slides out.
flag.
When your penis just pops out, that
He
is
probably
a
got an
red
elephant
flag.
trunk. That's why. Yeah,
That's a red flag of all red flags. Like, where did your dick come from, sir?
I'm gonna need you to put that up. And then ask for it.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Matter of fact, another red flag, and this will just make
all
me.
these things out.
Yeah, this is something that just makes me just turned off anyway. So it's a red flag. If you send me a dick pic, I'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Those things are not good looking. Keep it to yourself. Send it to somebody else. I don't want those. That's a red flag. I'll stop talking to you and I will block you.
Also, if you really like me a lot very soon, and you talking about our future and stuff, and we met each other last week, that's a red flag. Because it's what are you building this future on, sir? You don't even know my favorite color and stuff.
Not my favorite color.
What is this?
That's a good point. What's the next question, Cece?
What are your non-negotiables in relationships?
Ooh.
So my therapist made me do this activity last week. That's where this question came from, where you split up, and this is a strategy for some of you all out there, where you split up a sheet of paper into 3 columns. And on the first column, you put your wish list. So your male wish list, everything you can think of, whether it's materialistic, physical, mental, etc. So you put all those things on this column of your wish list. Then in the middle, you put your negotiables, things from that first column that you can negotiate. Yeah, okay, I'll take this. It doesn't have to be this. And then that last column is your non-negotiables. Things that you're I'm not negotiating on that. You have to have this.
Sound like she listened to an episode of Four Sisters.
Did she? So when I wrote this list, when I first started thinking, I was like, dang, I'm not trying to be funny. And you about to do it now? You're weird.
I was getting my journal so I could tell you what my non-negotiable is.
So I'll be honest with you. I didn't realize how long my wish list was going to be until I started writing. It was 50 things long. And I was like, am I that type of person? But my non-negotiables.
Ain't nothing wrong with that type of person. You don't go in the grocery store just looking to see what you going to find. You go in there with a list. So that's what you got to do with your man.
That's why you know what things I ain't supposed to have, right?
And that's what happened in relationships too. You
that's true.
Come home with stuff you ain't supposed to have.
You're right.
My kids. But so I'll give you 2 of my top non-negotiables. You, at my age, you have to have some ability to be financially stable or savvy. You can't be I'm not dating nobody homeless. I'm not dating nobody that's, rapper. Y'all know how I feel about rappers. And so like at this point in my life, you have to be financially stable. You maybe not having like, the biggest savings account or a 401k, but you got to be able to have like some money. Like it's just important to me. And then the other one is you have to be intelligent, but not just book smart. You got to be book and street smart. And that's because I can't deal with no dumb dudes. And then a sense of humor. Mm-hmm. Anybody else non-negotiable?
Mine's similar to yours. I don't want no broke. I ain't saying I'm broke digger though, but I need some stability in my life. I'm sarcastic, so I do need someone. You don't have to have a sense of humor, but you can't take everything to heart.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay you can't tell a joke. I tell them all for us. So, and...
You said you don't need to speak. I do the jokes.
I got this.
And I because my husband can cook. Like, I like somebody that can cook. That's a non-negotiable.
At least be able to make some rice.
Yeah.
God almighty. I dated a nigga that was burning rice left and right. Like, put some extra water in there. Watch the pot. I know. And then over salting the chicken. Cut it out. Damn.
Oh, Jesus. Never mind.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say somebody that's, depending on, I guess, the situation, the circumstance, but a relationship with your family.
Yeah.
Like,
healthy?
Yeah, healthy relationship with your family.
But not bordering like being a mama's boy.
Yeah. Boundaries.
I don't need all that. Yeah.
Boundaries.
So, like, you got a good relationship with them, but you don't really fuck with them like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't got to compete.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to have to fight over your mama. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like, come on now. Because at the end of the day, you can marry her.
Go on, sissy. Go on, sissy.
Okay. I'm gonna say all of that, and I would also add shoot, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
You gotta love church.
What? That's what I was gonna say. Thank you. Yeah, they got a little bored. They got a little bored. Yeah. Yeah.
Can they be spiritual and not religious?
Well, I want you to be spiritual, not spiritual. Not religious. Because religion is not where it's at. Those got rules and regulations. I ain't about that.
Okay.
It's not spirituality.
Okay.
In God.
Not Buddha.
Ooh, Sasha,
we don't.
I'm looking at my list. I'm trying to figure out what's not
that delicious gave me the worst anxiety.
This small. It's like
I hope this is just journal entries and not a list.
it's a journal entry. It's just a page, 2 pages.
It's like little answers.
Wow, you really be writing in your journal, yo. Like I don't write. I be writing big letters and shit.
I be having circles.
I be doing character webs and that.
I write small.
Yeah, but you write a lot. Ooh. Look at that page right there.
This ain't about.
Well, if you type that up, that'll be a 5-page paper.
Right there.
God damn.
I don't even care about men that much. I ain't lying to you. Not to write all that.
I thought I had a lot of thoughts whenever I started. I said, well, let me just get it all down.
You gotta get your initials out.
Real specific.
The rest of it will flow.
I'm really trying to like be real good at visualization lately. So.
Clearly. Okay. What's your answer?
So my non-negotiables, outside of what y'all have already said, I guess the only other thing would be that he values his mental health because you can't just be. Yeah. You got to know how to manage your own emotions because where I'm at right now, I be out here managing my feelings, and so I need for you to be on point with it. I don't mind being a support. I don't mind being a listening ear, but it's not my responsibility to make you happy.
That's true.
That's a word.
That's a good one.
Jesus be it.
So God fearing and go to therapy. Them is like my top 2.
I forgot about those. I'm gonna add spirituality. Well, I already have that on my list. My therapist was one that was like, you didn't want to put that? I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Let me write that down.
Now that's important. You got to believe it. You got to believe.
I didn't have mental health on mine.
Oh, and purpose driven. Like I'm very purpose driven. I feel like I know why I'm here, and so I need for you to have some idea. I don't want you just swimming around like, oh, well, I think that maybe I might I don't know, save some money. Like, I need for you to know what you're trying to do with yourself in your life at this day, age, and stage.
Not day, age, and stage.
But there's nothing wrong with the people who don't. They're just
not for you. There you go. Next question.
We'll rewrite this one a little bit for their identity. What is one lesson you have learned from another person based on like their experience or lessons that I guess they talked about dating?
So not my own mistake, somebody else's.
Somebody else's.
Someone else's mistake.
That made you say, interesting.
Note taken.
Good to know.
Oh, I know. That's why I date people with kids.
Oh.
Y'all can have that.
What happened?
Oh, I should have put that on my non-negotiables.
What was the lesson?
No kids.
What did the kids teach you? Did you have little JJ running up to you, kicking you in the chins?
Nah, it just seemed like
you
a
said,
lot.
yo, lucky. She just played you. She said chins.
I said chins.
I thought you said chins. I was not going to be able to control that. She said JJ kicking in what you want. I was like, damn, girl.
She said what you want.
Just played you on that low. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What happened?
It just seems like people who date dudes with kids, it's always hit or miss and mostly miss.
Oh shoot.
So I love and respect fathers. I think it's beautiful to see a man with his kids. I love it when they take care of them. But I want the first time that I enter into like motherhood not to be stepmotherhood.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. You know, maybe I'll change my mind as I get older. But that's a.
Well, I'll be honest with you. At my age, it's damn near impossible to find a man. I ain't lying to you. When you hit about 30,
I'm about to be 30.
Boy, that
pool get
real small.
Let me tell you, that pool is full of
All
psychos.
right, you be down there in the kiddie pool.
Or you'll meet a guy, and this is the extremes that I've noticed because dating in this last few years has been last year. This last year is either they don't want kids or they have a kid. And so what you don't want to do is find a guy who doesn't have kids because he doesn't want kids.
That's true.
So just be mindful. Once you hit 30, girl, it ain't shit. Oh, sorry. Pickens is slim. Pickens is real slim.
It's okay. I gotta y'all see how long my list is. So Pickens is already slim.
Yeah, you have to invent you a man. But
be talking to the Lord about it. He knows.
Well, one lesson that I've learned from another person's situation, beyond kids, it goes a step further. Messy baby mamas. Mm-hmm. Like, if you got a baby mama that ain't really over you and basically use the child as a pawn to kind of sort of control you, then we can't be.
Nah, and I don't care how much I like you. I don't like your situation.
This can't happen.
Thank God for myself. But either or, a testimony, honey. One thing I've learned from another person. What have I learned from somebody else?
You had to know because you made this question.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of what I was thinking at the time. I would probably say the one thing I've learned the most from somebody else is like what happens when you ignore red flags. Like we can laugh and joke about it, but like when you really do ignore those red flags, it's almost like God throws like a branch and then he's like, all right. No, he starts out, he throws a leaf, he's like, girl, here's a leaf, boom. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go a little harder, I'm gonna throw a little branch at you, boom. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna pick up the tree and I'm gonna throw that bitch at you, like, boop.
And some people get to the forest and still be going.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden all you doing is like ducking and dodging trees because God is throwing them at you. You out here doing the Matrix because, God is through the forest at you. But I will be honest with you, it's really hard seeing other women going through those situations because it's like, girl, you didn't see that tree coming. Like you started here and you didn't see how that was going to end up like here. Especially women who are being controlled. Maybe it's my personality. I'm anti-control. So when I hear women that are like, yeah, I don't, I don't deal with our finances. Like I don't have access to our bank account. Or I'm like, you don't know how much money y'all got in the account? What you mean you thought you didn't ask? You don't have access? What's the password? Can you buy your own self card, girl? Well, he doesn't want me to get a job. I was like, So those are all red flags. And it's sad because now you're stuck in the situation that you just stuck. I don't know where to get out of it.
You need some way out.
I mean, yeah. But that way out is what people don't want to deal with. So
yeah,
you're right.
No way out. You're right.
Like, you could be homeless and go start back over. Nobody will do that.
But you know, that's the main premise of being in a domestic violence relationship is that it is that control. And it's not like he's like, yeah, girl, I'm not giving you access to this stuff because I'm trying to ruin your life. It's like, I'm not giving you access to this because I'm taking care of you. Mm-hmm. I want to make you feel so special. It's not like
I want you to wear me.
Yeah, they come out in the woodworks being controlling. They like get you to that point over time. And by the time you realize that you're in a controlling relationship, you already knee deep in shit.
Right.
I see it all the time. And it's so sad. But, you know. When you don't, and when you're not aware of your own insecurities, you open yourself up to being manipulated with those.
And I do have another one, and follow me for a second.
Okay.
Because, and this is going to start off crazy, nobody with a micro penis should have confidence. So if he cheats on you, girl, and he has a micro penis, it's a red flag.
We've got to move on because she keeps finding things.
Just being honest.
What?
It's a real story.
So, good transition into 4 sisters dating tips in 2019.
AKA, how to make sure you don't date a serial killer.
And the first one is, ladies, know thyself.
Amen.
Know thyself. Because if you go in a relationship not knowing yourself, you're going to easily get wrapped into that person and become that person's.
I just told y'all, if you don't know your insecurities, somebody going to use them to manipulate you.
Yes.
That's very true.
Yes.
That is true.
That is a word.
I'm reading a book called The Hidden Abuse, the Recovering from Psychological Abuse. It's pretty interesting, and it talks about that empathetic person, like always that giver and want to see somebody and fix somebody and do better. Those are the people that psychological abusers go after and things like that. So if you don't know yourself and you're always trying to fix somebody else's problem because you don't want to deal with your problem, a lot of the times what researchers is finding is that you'll easily be preyed on.
Yep.
So, healthy tip.
It's another book that somebody told me about. It's called Why Does He Do That? And it's, I think, something about controlling and angry men. And so somebody read that book and got up out of their whole abusive relationship. So it sounds like it must be good.
I would say my tip on not dating a serial killer is to think rationally.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when we're in love, we kind of float up into the sky. Girl, come bring these toes back down to the earth and start really looking at some of the things that, you know, maybe if you do have a list as long as Sash Bosh's, that you're just like, hey, you know, he doesn't meet this on the list. And if he doesn't meet this, and this on my non-negotiable list, then I can't continue to move forward. Don't look for potential. Don't look for what he could have. Don't look for what he may have. Look for what he got, girl, or had, and go from there. But I think a lot of us date in this fallacy of what we think, like, our man is going to be. You know, use that, and it's not going to get better. What you got is what you got. If he doo-dooing, he doo-dooing his drawers and you got to wash them, girl, that's going to be your life. He ain't gonna stop doodling his drawers. It is what it is. You
cleaned them the first time.
You cleaned them that time. You soak them drawers and you put them in the tub, honey. You gonna soak them drawers and put them in the top the rest of your life.
Oh, God.
That sound like a bitch, y'all gotta get away from these doodle drawers, niggas. Like, what in the world?
Track marks. Yeah,
Let me tell you something. They had a hard time at their toddler life. I don't know what happened.
Ooh,
Yeah.
child.
Their mama didn't teach
They
them.
ain't tell them front.
Looking
to back.
like moose tracks. I mean, the ice cream moose tracks with the fudge swirl.
Don't ruin my.
But yeah, don't date potential and keep your feet down on the earth and be mindful and rational, aware.
And stay in your lane.
Okay.
Thou shall stay in your lane because listen.
Negatives 3 and 2.
Yes, let me give you a little nugget. Kay got a corner. I got a nugget because I like chicken. I once was out there knowing that I need to stay in a certain lane because that was whom God had created me to be. But I was out here trying to be out there.
Like a rapper baby mama?
Yeah. For no reason. I ain't really had no reason to do that. I just was like, oh, I'm finna be out there. And it got me nowhere. It caused a tragedy after a tragedy after a tragedy. And so you just stay in your lane. Stay in your dating lane. You know good and doggone well you ain't got no business dealing with, you know, the nigga in the VIP. You got a business over there. Going over here to what you can do.
She said the 3 before 11. She said stay in the 3 before 11 line. Don't go to the passions of the VIP where you think you should be.
Oh God!
Because sometimes, you know, that's how you avoid the serial killer for real. Like, stay in your lane.
And don't be too trusting because I hate to say this, but girls, I don't go on dates with guys where I get in the car with them. Like, no. I need to know where you live. And I'm the type of chick where, like, when I'm on a date with a guy, I'm texting everybody where we at. This is what his car look like. This is what he look like. Might snap a picture of you, send it to somebody just in case I end up on the news. You ain't gonna get away with getting rid of my body. Nope. I'm gonna make sure there's some clues out there for everybody involved.
I'm gonna tell you his first and last name.
And I know it's gonna be a real name because unlike some women, the guy that I date, when I first started dating him, I specifically Googled his arrest record. I Googled if he was on any, what was it? It's some owl. I forgot the name of the website to see if he was a predator or was he had any charges for child stuff. I went on all his social media pages, old pages that he probably thought. I Googled his name. And then I came to him with the evidence. And addressed it with him. And he was like, dang, like, I didn't know you. Yeah, because what you're not going to do is surprise me with some hidden charges. Okay, Nicki Minaj?
Well,
What'd you say?
You heard me.
Kay was saying something.
You a thugger. I probably would have found the charges and fled the scene.
Oh.
I know what the charges are.
I ain't finna address no charges.
You be like, okay.
Well,
How y'all just gonna let her veer past
I
the
think
guy I'm dating?
that the interesting thing about
She said, I'm dating?
She said, I'm dating.
Oh, I missed that.
I want
the
to
interesting thing about it depends on what type of charges they are. When you were like 17, you started to charge you in high school. We like
marijuana.
Yeah,
stuff.
Not even that.
Breaking and entering.
But I will tell you one thing. In my past life, I've been in a relationship where the judge broke us up. I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
So, yeah. The judge broke us up.
Stop drinking with these niggas. I tell you. Put one in your drink, you don't know what's going on, honey.
Yeah.
That is true. Open your own bottles. Don't hand me nothing. I don't need your cup.
These is for the little youngest who don't know no better. It's a children's church.
I guess I got 2 major points. Number 1, before you start dating, and I know it's probably too late for most of us, but you got to look at the relationships that your parents were in. And the reason why that's important is because that's your default. So whenever you don't know what to do, you default to what you know. And if you come from unhealthy relationships and that's your default and you don't know that, then you're going to be defaulting to some shit. So figure that out. Figure out what you need to do differently before you run on out to these streets. Now, since it's too late for the rest of us, I suggest that those of us that's already in these streets that ain't figured it out, go ahead and cycle on back to your parents and your aunties and your uncles and all of them now so that you can get it right moving forward. That's numero uno.
Let me add something to that while we're talking about family. Ladies, go find out who your daddy is. Ooh, Because I'm for real. Find out who your daddy is because that will tell you a lot. They say what? They say women are drawn to their daddy, so you need to know.
But if you don't know your daddy,
You better ask your mama, cause she know.
well, ask your mama what he like. You know what you like.
Tell them to get the full name and Google it.
Let me tell y'all something. Ooh, I can tell you tired. That, I just can tell you tired, y'all. Because you got close to the mic to say, know your daddy.
Know your father.
You can't get to Sasha's point unless you know Cece's point. You know your daddy, you can't explore your relationship better. Ooh, child, that is a word. I'm about to put that on Facebook. Know your daddy.
Oh, God.
To know your man is to know your daddy.
To know your man is to know
Oh, Jesus Christ.
your daddy.
Listen.
I should tag y'all this for that big too much.
Yeah.
Don't put me in
You
that.
put it in
Don't tag
quotations.
me. Don't tag
And
me.
Nigga-lations 2 and 14.
Nigga-lations.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
say
Trinidad
Don't
James
fall-
version.
That thing right there.
I guess
How King
another.
James.
Trinidad James version.
Trinidad James version.
Yo, that thing spoke to my spirit though. It really did.
Oh, God.
A Trill nigga translation.
You said true nigga translation.
Woo! Another tip is to know their dating history as well.
Yeah.
Know their dating history.
And it don't mean that they still doing that, but you gotta know what
Yeah.
they're capable of.
True. True.
My second tip was you better make a list. I told y'all, you know how you go in the grocery store hungry and you pick up everything. Like I said before, you better make a list.
Check
So
it twice.
go ahead and do like Danny said, make your 3 columns, negotiable and non-negotiable, so that when you out here dating that you picking up what you know you need. And not just the nigga that said you look cute, the one that's giving you attention, the one that's got money, the one that's gonna take care of your kids, the one that, you know, got a good discount at the food line. Like, you gotta pick based off of some solid things, especially if you out here hollering, I want a husband.
Know your lane.
If you hollering, I want a husband, but you dating a grocery clerk, I mean, that don't add up. He ain't gonna have that discount forever. Like, you gonna have to make, if you trying to get a long-term relationship, you better make some long-term decisions, girl. Be blessed.
Oh, Jesus. And know how long you want to be a rapper wife. A struggling, ready to game. One that's trying to find its way into the rap industry. How long will you sustain?
And just don't date rappers in general. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Woo, child. Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
When the judge broke me and my rapper boyfriend up.
That's why you got things.
That's why I date rappers.
Okay, now it comes
Now it
to the
all
light.
makes
It
sense.
all makes sense.
Yeah, I tell y'all got to put 2 and 2 together.
Ooh,
I'm a
child.
puzzle piece, honey.
Ooh.
I don't date rappers because the judge broke us up.
Was it like an Ike and Tina situation? Meaning like he was up in the, you give my name. I need my name.
The more you know.
Oh, no,
Or then he
no.
was just like,
He was more like a.
You go left and
he was
you
a
go
Jussie
right.
Smollett
Y'all
situation.
He being framed for crimes that he didn't commit.
So he
Or
said,
did he really commit them?
I don't know, guys.
He out here pulling out a Smollett.
All right.
Thanks for that. That was fun.
That was fun. That was fun. All right. Take us home, Cece. Take us home
say,
because we
good night
need
and
to we need to be revived.
Listen, pray about it. Pray about these situations and let the Lord reveal to you. First of all, you got to ask for wisdom and discernment. Those 2 things are so important.
Yeah.
And listen to the discernment when the Lord gives it to you. When you get that funny feeling in your stomach, it's the truth. Okay? So listen to those things and make wise decisions, okay? That's all I got.
Because we got habits of not listening to them.
We don't listen to
internal
them.
sirens. And
You know what?
alarms.
I was telling my clients the other day, I was like, you gotta figure out what your intuition feel like
Mhm.
so that you can decipher it from other stuff. So start doing some basic stuff.
That's true.
Go to some you watching TV and you like, man, I feel like this plot is gonna be this. What did that feel like? Okay, I'm reading this book. I feel like it's gonna be this. So that whenever you have that feeling, you be like, this is the same way I felt when I was reading Harry Potter. This is the same thing I felt when I was watching Love and Hip Hop. I know what this feel like. This is the same thing.
I'm pretty sure no one in the audience reads Harry Potter, but
I don't either, but it just
yeah. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with Lil Mace.
Who?
Mace ain't hurt nobody.
Mace?
Like Mace.
Mace.
Like,
Keeping Mace.
I was like, the bad
now
boy?
tell me what you want from me.
I made y'all all started trying to Harlem Shake.
I mean, it seemed right.
Mace, like actual and I had to make the noise for y'all to get it. I was like, shh.
I was sitting here like, why she keep saying Mace? Like, we know who
In
he is.
2019, if you're dating, there's nothing wrong with Mace, as in the spray.
Yeah, that is true.
I was gonna say, because were you talking about Mace because it's the sprinkle and he's a preacher?
No.
Ooh.
And I keep a knife between my breasts at random times. You never know. You'll never see it. Because it's in
Listen,
there. But it'll be out there if you need it. All right?
use your God-given skill. No, don't do that. Hold on. What skills?
What?
Anyway,
God gave me the ability to throw knives.
intuition.
Intuition.
And you know, let the man take you out to brunch. If he always out here take you out at 12 o'clock at midnight,
Or
don't
he
do
bringing
it.
you food over.
Right. Go to brunch.
If you
sometime.
can't name one of his family members.
Amen. Take him to church. If he can't stand to be in there, run away.
If you call him and it say your name after the beep, it's a Google number.
Real fast.
When he talks to you, if he can't talk to you out loud, he got a wife. Go run.
God.
If he can only talk to you between the day hours, it's because he at work and he don't want his wife to know.
Oh, God.
Pray on it now.
Just pray about it, y'all. Y'all be blessed.
And continue dating in 2019. Just be safe.
Yes.
Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and that is
Twitter.
There we go.
Twitter.
And Twitter. I forgot about that one. At Four Sisters Podcast.
Mm-hmm. You can
Listen
find our podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify,
YouTube.
That's it.
YouTube.
And YouTube.
Mm-hmm. We all iHeartRadio. We all out here. You can find us on all platforms. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us for one whole year.
Woo!
We appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.